Oh my god, I just... I'm not gay, but the dick of this show, I would suck it. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Lord of Mysteries, episode 11. Now, I must say, I am very, very excited for this episode specifically because last episode we left off on a new character entering the Grey Fog. Now, what is the Grey Fog, you might ask? Well, go check out the previous 10 episodes. A new character has entered the fray. Don't know who he is. Have no idea. What we do know is that he speaks some sort of ancient tongue, or at least he prayed in that language, even though I don't think he said any, God's name or anything. We don't really know what or who he was praying to exactly. Maybe he was praying to the Grey Fog, maybe in his culture or in his family line or something. Who knows? Maybe he knows something about the Grey Fog and then he was praying to it. And that's why there was a connection. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out, hopefully, in this episode, or at least somewhere in the future. Let us just get into episode 11. Oh great, we start off with some cannibalism. Who doesn't love some cannibalism? If a zombie eats a human, is it still considered cannibalism? Brother, 2 seconds. 3 seconds. The music is amazing. Just from what we... Oh my god, I'm not gay, but the dick of this show, I would suck it. Mamma mia, that's a spicy...
Order!
Wahmen.
Leader of the new party departed suddenly yesterday for his final journey to traverse the Sea of Storms. His
Oh my god, it
passing
did.
is a tragedy. MP Maynard suffered the natural death of heart failure. These contradictory rumors are an insult to him and his loved ones.
Of course, you know, now that I think about it, even though I keep saying that all these women are hot in this show, the problem with that is, considering the Demoness Sect, you know, it's kind of like a, you know, because to be perfectly honest, a man that turns into a woman, still a man. Ultimately, just because your physical body changes, doesn't change your mental, doesn't change your mind. And if you've lived your entire life as a man, as a male, you can't change your brain like that. This is also why I don't believe in transgenderism, but that's a whole other story. Point is, women are hot, men are not. And that's true, because it rhymes.
The people fear for the future, and they've lost confidence in our leadership. I hereby vow to carry on MP Maynard's plans for political reform. The Conservative and new parties both will unite as one.
That policy failed.
Well, he's obviously Giast, right? I mean...
You can't force it through.
Paved by reform and revival.
Ah, okay.
A new order will be established henceforth.
We will cut out the infection. No more poverty, crime, or violence.
So she's the Lelouch of this world.
We'll cast off the old order and leave it in the past. The future is ours.
It is in the hands of Tengen.
The future is ours. Down with the old order. Tomorrow belongs to Tengen.
I wonder how it works. On one hand, I'm thinking, okay, maybe, you know, are we doing the straight up Gias here with eye contact and stuff? Or is it more like the more people believe in her, the more they fall under this spell? Well, they almost made it seem like people in that courtroom or whatever, that hearing or whatever, it almost seemed like it was spreading. Maybe it spreads among normal people, but it doesn't affect Beyonders.
To our next stop, coachman.
Follow that carriage. I hope the rest of the team is safe.
They really love these shots, don't they? I wonder if they made like a 3D model of the city, and that's why they keep using that shot like in different ways at different times.
Yes, sir. Understood, Captain. This container, the contents reek of death.
Mummy powder, a new fad among the rich.
And they're gone.
We lost them.
I'd imagine there's interference. Son of a bitch. Yep.
It stalled out. Did Madam Sharon interfere? Blackthorn.
The fact that she can even tell
Oh, she just
that someone was using beyond her powers to follow. That's kind of one unfortunate thing about this, is that, I mean, this is more of a personal preference, but I prefer when the power system doesn't allow people to sense things, if that makes sense. Like, I don't mind when you have like, you know, let's say like a fantasy show or a story where mages can sense mana or, you know, stuff like that, right? But if you have kind of a power system, kind of like they do here, I much prefer if everyone kind of has their own powers, and they don't have like sensing powers unless they are specifically a sensor, if that makes sense. Like kind of like you know, Klein is a diviner, you might say, right? He divines a lot of things because he's a seer, he's on the seer pathway, so it makes sense for him to divine things or, you know, have divination powers. Thus, you know, it makes sense for him to sense things and be able to, you know, essentially he has these powers instead of more destructive powers. However, in the case of whatever her name is, Miss Lelouch, she already has the power of mind control, basically, or like, you know, brainwashing of some kind. Now she can also kind of sense that someone's messing around and following her through divination. For me, I just prefer if she could do her thing, and then she might notice, instead of sensing it through whatever the fuck else, and being able to interfere with other people's divination, other Beyonders' divinations and stuff. It would be cool if instead she noticed that she was being followed and deduced that she was being followed through divination, you know, beyond her divination powers. And then, like, I don't know, somehow tricked Klein. Again, the powers are a little bit too widespread for me. It really gives me the feeling of everyone can do everything by themselves. Everyone can sense other Beyonders, everyone can use, like, you know, offensive Beyonder spells and techniques and stuff like that. Everyone knows the Hunter x Hunter power system, right? And it kind of makes sense in many cases, even though I think Hunter x Hunter power system also had its problems. Essentially, you're going down the route of builds, let's be honest, right? It's builds. It's classes and builds. In my opinion, if you're a healer class, let's say, you should not be able to do like offensive attacks and stuff, like offensive powers and stuff. If you're a diviner or a seer, you should not have offensive capability. And yet that's clearly not true, so there's a lot more to it. And it's fine if there's a lot more to it, but it's just not made clear as to who can do what and why and how.
My Saintess. That's quite the enticing aroma you're radiating. You do seem to be embracing your sequence to the fullest. Parliament's composed of nothing but men. My own history is blueprint.
Sequence
for
6, eh?
manipulation. But your future, it lays the path for women. They're all greedy, lustful vermin, helpless to resist a night of ecstasy. And once that bliss flows through their veins, there's no escaping the pool. They're a puppet with strings dangling from my web of orchestration. Only 2 more days. I'll have all of Tingen gift-wrapped and ready to offer you, my mistress. I do value you, Sharon. But Maynard's death was a needless complication thrust into my plans. It shan't happen again. If you give in to pleasure this easily, don't be surprised when I choose to take you back under my wing for a more thorough re-education.
Shit. Well, it appears that right now the Demoness Sect... Okay, goddamn invisible feathers. Son of a bitch. It appears the Demoness Sect so far is like our main bad guys for now. Then again, my prediction is that the main quote-unquote bad guy, or really the main mastermind of everything, is Klein himself.
A false wall. Is this a lover from her past? There's a strong resemblance to Madam Sharon. Dear goddess, could she be on the Demoness pathway? The same as Triss the Instigator.
Oh, there you are, my precious darling.
That's what he senses is going to happen, right? Or is something else going on? An hour earlier.
From the start. I need to be more covert. What about Miss Daly's method?
The key to summoning a messenger is praying to yourself. It doesn't go through a god, so it's nice and secret. You must be exact in your description of the summoning object. Remember, don't go modifying the description all willy-nilly unless you hope to summon a terrifying monster.
Nazif, Ezuman emi nomi. Fifar pestro gibba fesilo. Fimispilos lori rodawi figlorfa. King of Hierovum drok fa hipsrok.
Did the summoning fail? Oh, wait. I'm summoning myself, so I have to answer my own prayer above the grey fog.
Bruh.
I actually summoned myself. And I'm even fused with the grey fog. Seems the flaring sun charm's powers allow me to hold it.
So that's how he goes there. Okay.
We'll bring Kinley. Only one sealed artifact can help us. 302-17.
Have you brought the request form? Come in.
So that's what keeps the Demoness Gate sealed.
Interesting.
Not even a demoness can withstand it. One glimpse of their reflection is all it takes. Don't forget, never aim the mirror at yourself or a teammate. I'll drag her into a dream from here. Act quickly.
Okay. I guess she has countermeasures.
Sior!
That was easy. A decoy spell?
It's a shadow clone.
Kenley!
Yep, he's dead. Of course, he's a side character.
She was never under Nightmare's control. It was just an act.
If I hadn't been sitting beside the goddess here, I'd be locked in a deep slumber, awaiting your kiss to wake
Shut up
me.
and die, heretic! No!
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Because if there's like another mirror that
Hang on!
reflects it back, uh-oh.
Your panicked odor is quite distinct. Were you the dirty little rat who snuck into my home today to crawl through my undergarments? Really? Just a sequence 8? And yet you still managed to sneak past me? You're hiding secrets, aren't you?
They really love these things sticking into their skin, don't they? It's fucking disgusting.
Mirror substitution.
Leave him! He's a side character! Well, he coughed out his heart. Okay.
Cockshell, little cockroach.
Sior!
3-year-old Julie. Oh, made of sturdy stone.
The
Oh.
statue.
Baby flask! You must know it's futile. Just listen. Feel the beautiful resonance. The death knell. It tolls for Tingen. The continent is on the precipice of renewal. a return to its rightful order. And it all begins here, disseminating from Tingen. Open up, young Nighthawk. Share your secrets with me. Swear your fealty. Give yourself to the primordial. Her love, it will spare you. Submit to me. And she will offer you the gift of salvation.
Nah.
You'll be pardoned from the final apocalypse.
Captain.
The final cockroach comes crawling out of the darkness. Now you can both die! Gagyormi!
Okay, we got some flash step going on in here.
They will not Tulufogiboan.
She's too fast. I can't get a lock. I can't predict her movements. Right there.
Well done. Oh, good. I was just about to ask if the Gios is gonna disappear when she dies. Choked himself to death. Oh please, he was a side character, no one cares.
It was me. My mistake. I fell for Sharon's trap. I should have known that she pulled free of the dream. Moi fi kabis terisiao. Moi fein tiugi. Moi fi zelinine. Tifleafoni. Ponchila omnis.
What was that? Okay, we're back to this.
Captain, I finished
No.
downstairs.
No shot. Really? Okay. Okay. Seriously? Jesus. Okay. Well, did not expect this. Okay, couple of things. Could be. One, he is under the control of the other woman, quote unquote woman, who Sharon, I believe her name was, the Lelouch, who she was talking to, right? I mean, if they're going down the same pathway, potentially, they would have similar powers, right? So it maybe, and that woman would be stronger than the Sharon who was sequence 6. So I'd imagine her potential mind control ability goes to Beyonders as well, potentially. But when did he get mind controlled? Just like that. Also, why, if he is controlled, why eat the body? What does that do? Or he's in a nightmare. Klein, I mean. You know, Klein could be in a nightmare and he's just seeing this. Because again, you know, sometimes, especially with the show, you never know when you're in a dream or some other fucky stuff is happening, right? He's inside someone else's mind or some shit, you know. I will admit, I do still have a small problem with the power system. I mean, some of you guys have told me that it's a great power system, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. All I see is, you know, a lot of these characters just doing random shit. Half the time, they're doing things that I don't even... Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Literally in this episode, right? We have Madam Sharon, who has the ability to mind control or brainwash, right? Kind of like a Gias, right? And yet, at the same time, she has the power to conjure icicles and ice powers and shoot ice bolts and stuff like that, right? How do those two like correlate? Like, what do these two have in common? Ice powers to create icicles and shoot them, and mind control. What do these two have in common? Absolutely fucking nothing. It's just so weird. So I really don't get the power system. I really just don't get it. I kinda accept Klein's powers because, you know, the whole divination thing, I mean, sure, you know, let's say you're divining something, you can divine the future, you can divine information of people and stuff like that. I get that. That kind of makes sense, right? I also kind of accept the spirit walking thing that he was doing earlier, because again, that's kind of like a, you know, spirit medium type of thing, right? Like I kind of accept that as like the spiritual magic stuff, right? That makes sense that a seer would be able to do spiritual magic and stuff like that. Again, what does brainwashing and icicle powers have in common? Like, I don't see how one can have both. I mean, if I really, really tried to stretch, I could be like, okay, you know, her pathway was what? Like, assassin or something? Assassin pathway, right? So maybe I can think of like, okay, what are assassin powers? Well, mind control, maybe I can see being an assassin power. Maybe, kind of like a manipulation power, right? And to shoot icicles would also be kind of like an offensive killing power, I guess, maybe. I don't know. That's such a stretch. I don't know. But regardless, I don't even care. The show is so good anyway. Who even cares? Ultimately, no one cares. The show is great. Everything about it is great. This episode was great. And we shall be back next time with episode 12. Until then, ladies and gents, I shall bid you adieu.